The book we'll be reading today is My Even Day, and it is by Doris Fisher and Danny Sneed, and the illustrations are by Karen Lee, and we'll be reading this to a 6th grade math class today. So let's get started. My even day started when I saw 8 beds, discovered 6 closets, and Mom had 2 heads. By looking at the words that follow the word even, what do you think the author is trying to tell us about the rest of the book and what it might be about? The words I want you to focus on are 8 beds, 6 closets, and 2 heads. Yes, good. The book is going to be about even numbers. 8, 6, and 2 are all even numbers, which you are correct in saying that they are even numbers. So good observation. At breakfast, my mom flipped 4 flapjacks to eat. I noticed my 2 shoes were both for left feet. Today is your field trip. Here's soup in a sack, and 10 watermelons are in your backpack. Boy, isn't that a load right there. Could you carry 10 watermelons in your backpack? Yeah, you're right, that is quite impossible and unrealistic. But one thing we can take away here and learn from this page is that 10 is an even number. It is different from the other numbers on the first page because 8, 6, and 2 are all single-digit numbers, and 10 is a multi-digit number. Our teacher, Miss Dodd, said, "Pair of 2 by 2, board the bus with a buddy, we're off to the zoo." What specific things in the picture are associated with even numbers? Yes, perfect. 642 is an even number and is divisible by 2, and all the numbers 642 are all even numbers. 6, 4, and 2 are all even numbers. Also, another good observation too is that the bumper sticker down here is "How's my flying?" It is a good representation of even numbers because 888, 246, and 2468 are all even numbers. You're also incorrect in saying that there is an even number of fish because there are 4 fish and 4 is an even number. Good, too. There are 4 tail lights. There's 2 pairs of 2, and that's a total of 4. And that means that there is an even number of tail lights because 4 is an even number. Also over here is another good observation is that there is 2 penguins, which is a pair, and 2 is an even number. And there's a football player carrying a little kid, which that means there's 2 people about to board the bus and they're going as a pair. I grinned at the end of the long bumpy ride. Our zoo guides were kangaroos, 2 side by side. What is the pattern you are noticing the author is using here? Yes, perfect. The author is putting everything in pairs. We have a pair of 2 kangaroos, and then back here we had the pair of the 2 penguins, and we had the pair of the 2 bus riders. In a pair, whenever you have a pair, you have 2 of something, and 2 is an even number, so whenever you have a pair, that means it is an even number because there's 2. We hopped to our first stop, the elephant's house. They each had 4 trunks, and were spraying a mouse. Yes, elephants are real, but do they really have 4 trunks? Yeah, you're right. They only have 1 trunk. But on this even day, they have 4 because if they only had 1 trunk, then it would not be an even day since 1 is an odd number. But what is another way we could express the number of trunks the elephants had? Could we pair the elephant trunks? Yes, we could. We could say they have 2 pairs of 2 trunks. So that would give a total number of 4 trunks. So that's another way of saying the number of trunks that the elephants have. The fierce lions roared and flapped 6 giant wings, while gators with antlers wore 8 golden rings. Got our rings here, got the wings on the lions. The reptile exhibit with lizards and snakes had boa constrictors that juggled tin cakes. What might be the next cool animal we see, or cool thing an animal might do? Can you think of any ideas? Yeah, I like that idea. I think it'd be cool to see a giraffe playing basketball or baseball. We giggled when we saw 10 eyes, 8 tails, 6 feathers, 4 humps, and 2 long fingernails. Have you ever seen an animal like this, or ever heard of the name for an animal like this? No, I haven't either. But what is the pattern you're seeing here with the even numbers? 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Is there a specific way that these are calculated? Perfect, yes. We can go from 2 to 4 by adding 2, and 4 to 6 by adding 2, 8 to 10 by adding 2. So we know that 10, 8, 6, and 4 are all divisible by 2, and 2 can be 2 times something can get us 4, 6, and 8. So even numbers have to be divisible by 2. See the Scrambletosaurus we read on the sign? It looked patched together, scales covered its spine. So that's the name of the animal that we were trying to figure out, but I have never seen a Scrambletosaurus. And so that's the animal with 10 eyes, 8 tails, 6 feathers, 4 humps, and 2 long fingernails. We rode back to the school, paired again, 2 by 2. On my odd, even day, I sure hoped it was through. So we can see the pairs of 2 here again. At home, I was eager for bedtime that night, hoping the next day my world might be right. What does the author mean by the world might be right? Yes, perfect. Since it's an even day, he's been seeing doubles of things. Like, for example, the elephant trunks. Yes, there was 4 elephant trunks when there's normally 1. And everything that we've been having even numbers of things, like 2 heads on his mom. Next morning, I woke up and saw my 1 bed. Mom looked like normal, with just her 1 head. So now we know that the even day is over when he is seeing 1 of things, his mom's 1 head and 1 bed. So what day do you think we are on now, since he's only seeing 1 thing? Yes, perfect. It must be an odd day, since he's only seeing 1, and 1 is an odd number, and everything else, whenever he's seeing 2 heads, 2 penguins, and 10 eyes on the Scrambletosaurus, that was on the even day. Hooray! Even was over. I started to laugh. Oh no, today must be fraction. My hair is 1/2. So what does this tell us about 1/2? What type of number is it? Perfect. Yes, you're right. 1/2 must not be an even number since it's not on the even day. And you're right in saying that yes, 1/2 is a fraction in fact. That's the end of our book. So thank you for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed the book. Thank you.